Welterweight bout, Gabriel Bonfim making his sophomore appearance in the UFC against Trevin Giles, who's coming in at plus 235, minus 310 for Bonfim. 14-0 for Bonfim, undefeated. Trevin Giles, 3-2 in his last 5, 30 years old for him. He's been around for a while. And before he even got to the UFC, he had some pretty solid wins. Brendan Allen, Ryan Spann, and then got to the UFC. Was a 185er. It was a 205er, and then was a 185er, and now he's a 170er. Looks like that's more so his weight class. But the losses to Duplessis and Morales, and then back-to-back wins against Louis Cosi and a split decision to Preston Parsons. I was at that fight. I didn't think Trevin Giles won, I'll be honest.
Yep, I'm with you.
It was a close fight. And it seems like he has some pretty solid striking on the feet, solid jab. He's going to have good movement. But Bonfim also carries the same attributes as well as a pretty nasty submission game. You look at how many submissions he's got. It's 11. And all finishes. 14-0, all finishes. 3 KOs, 11 subs. Got some pretty solid boxing. The only thing I saw, like, when you watch him fight, it was against Trey Waters, who's like 6'5" or somewhere around there. He's like super tall on the Contender Series. Bonfim, not a small guy. I mean, he's 6'1" for 170, but Trey Waters is tall as hell.
Yeah,
and he used his jab pretty well to like get inside of Trey Waters, but he would kind of jab and then like duck his head back and then kind of swat down. Like if you have a good left hook against Gabriel Bonfim, you could land something because he swats pretty hard with that left, the rear hand when he's in orthodox, and it could lead to some openings. I don't think Trevin Giles has that type of pop in his left hand as far as the left hook goes. But eventually I think somebody will expose that. For Gabriel Bonfim, I don't see how he loses this one, if I'm going to be honest, unless he just throws a complete dud, kind of like his brother did his last time out. But yeah, I got to go with Bonfim. What do you think?
Yeah, this Gabriel Bonfim is better than his brother, a better fighter than his brother. I think we all knew that coming into even his brother's last fight a few weeks ago. Yeah, Trevin Giles, though, like you look at his record, he's got some great wins on there. Roman Dolidze, Preston Parsons is actually a pretty tough fighter that he beat. I know controversial, but the Dolidze fight kind of sticks out to me because he was able to take Dolidze down once, had him in some nasty positions. He was able to survive some of Roman Dolidze's top pressure. But Bonfim is just like this another level of grappler, in my opinion. And if he does get a guy like Trevin Giles to the ground, I think Trevin Giles is going to be a little in over his head because Bonfim, some of the submissions he's pulling off are just ridiculous. I mean, he's able to advance position. He's able to sink in submissions from everywhere, legs, neck. I mean, he had a Von Flue choke on the fucking Contender Series. I mean, the guy is super, super talented. So yeah, I think Trevin Giles could hang in there for the first round, but after that, I think Bonfim probably starts taking over. And if it hits the ground, I think Bonfim is just going to be a little bit better than these guys that Trevin Giles has fought recently. I know Preston Parsons' grounds game is really, really good, and Trevin Giles was able to survive it, but he was taken down 3 times in that fight. Like, and if Bonfim gets you down, he's going to be on that next level than Preston Parsons. So, yeah, I'm going to stick with Bonfim here.
Yeah, 3 submission attempts for Preston Parsons.
Yeah.
And I thought a couple of them were going to be locked up and done, but he got out of it. He's got decent submission defense. He's been submitted twice, but that was back in 2019, Trevin Giles, by Gerald Mearshot and Zach Cummings. So can Bonfim pull it off? I think he does. It's just it's going to be tough 15 minutes, to stay safe against a guy like Bonfim, who's got all of his win by finish. Solid hands too. I mean, he's no slouch there. So
yeah,